Hello guys. So again, thank you for being a patron on my page. Okay, so what I wanted to do for this video, again, I've been posting and talking to you about faux leather and, making things a little bit quicker, making things a little bit simpler for you in order to upsell a product, right? Well, I'm going to show you the tutorial for this one now, and you're going to get the pattern for this one now, okay, that you'll be able to put these into, okay? So keep that faux out, or grab the faux, grab the link so that you can get the pattern, okay? The only thing you're going to need different for it this time is you're going to need some snaps, okay? But you can get the snaps when you have, when you have a moment, okay? So that's the only thing different, the snaps, and you're going to need O-rings, okay? If you don't think you're ready for snaps yet, trust me, this is the easy one. You can do this, okay? So, all right, let's get started on this little thing. All right, so grab that faux leather. All right, and what we're going to do, okay, flip it over so that your right side is down. The right side of your fabric is down, okay? And what we're going to do is fold it up a little, halfway, a little more than halfway, okay? What we're doing is we want to make sure there's enough room for the card, for, a card to go inside. The idea with this is that, and I pretty much know what the size I use, because I created this, card holder, two different types of card holders, and it goes inside of here, okay? So, and the idea is to make sure that there's room inside. So this is a good size, right here for, to be able to have a card holder inside, and large enough to put chapstick or something else inside. All right, because then you want to be able to, we're going to fold this down, and you want to be able to have a little bit room left right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put some clips. Remember, we're not using pins, okay? Because with the faux leather, if you make holes in the faux leather, it's going to stay there, okay? So grab these clips. All right. All right, and now what we want to do, so put it around each side. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to take the tab, so the little tabby portion, go ahead and slide on your key ring on there, okay? The idea is we want the tab, you can put it on either side, left or right, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm going to put mine on this side right here, so I'm going to take this off. And we want to put this on the outside. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you know that I normally put my tabs on the inside, okay? And we work with the raw edge inside, okay? But we're not doing that today, okay? Today, we are going for a whole different look. So we're not doing raw sides, out. The whole idea is to create something different, okay? So that's why I'm putting it on the outside. Do what you want to, but it's not going to work out if you put it inside, because remember, we're not flipping this faux. That's part of the beauty of sewing with faux, where we're not using liners and we don't have to flip it, so creating all the extra steps. Now, what I'm going to do here to hold this down, I'm going to use some handy dandy, this is masking tape, but you can use painting tape as well, okay? I found that the clips were okay until I figured out that I have everything lined up the way I want it to, but it's not good once it starts going through the machine. The tabs start shifting because the way the faux, you have to push the faux through the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this tape on the very end of the tab, okay? Very, very end of the tab, okay? On both sides, okay? So I'm just going to make sure that my tab, my tab fabric, my faux fabric is lined up. And then I'm going to put it on the very end of the tab. Okay, that leaves me room to actually sew with my seam allowance. Okay, this tape is not going to leave marks on the faux when you remove it. Okay, that's why this is good. Okay, and it holds it down. All right, so what we're going to do now, let me just, okay, there we go. What we're going to do right now is we're going to sew. We're going to start at the top here, sew all the way down, go across, and come right back up. You want to stay close to the edge, about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. If you happen to make larger seams, it's fine. You can cut it later. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get started. I'm going to put an extra clip here just because I don't want it to shift. Make sure you are not using pins, okay? So pins are going to create those holes that you don't want. All right. I'm going close to the edge. I'm going to start a little bit down because I want it to be able to backstitch, okay? Okay. And if you've seen my other videos, you know I do not use my automatic threader. So, all right. Yeah, I find using the automatic threader a lot harder. So don't worry guys, this happens to me too when I'm sewing. Here we go, we're ready. I'm close to that edge again, okay? Now, make sure when you do start sewing that you take your time and go slowly, okay? You want to use a fresh needle every time that you sew with faux, but not only that, I'm using polyester thread. Polyester thread makes it easy to go through the faux as well, all right? So, new needle, take your time, polyester thread, and go slowly, okay? This Teflon foot, you should have that Teflon foot on there. That Teflon foot is helping to glide the fabric underneath it. I'm gonna go slowly, and what I want to do is I want to end up with my needle at the end so I can pivot. All right, good. It's hard sometimes when you're used to going heavy on your foot, and then all of a sudden when you are, trying to go lightly. I'm coming around to the tab, and I'm going to make sure that I put some extra stitches over the tab, okay? The extra stitches, it's just for the stressor point. So I'm going to backstitch, because we carry things, okay? All right, so go ahead, you can remove it. I'm going to snip my ends right now. Okay, then I'm going to remove the tape. Okay, so removing the painter's tape, and as you can see, it didn't leave any marks on the faux leather. Okay, this faux leather is actually a little bit thinner than what I have been sewing with. I have different types there, different textures, so all right, so now what we want to do, okay, we want to be able to fold this over. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm taking a look, and I want to see where the middle of my wallet is. So you could either, if your faux is thin enough, this one is thin enough, but the others that I have, the other ones are thicker, so you can't fold it, but some of them might be thin enough for you to fold. If it is, fold it over. You can find out where the middle of your wallet is. If not, line it up on a grid mat that you may have. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole right in the middle of where I see that line. Okay. I'm going to poke a hole here. And this is where I want my clasp to go. Okay. So I see a little line here. So this is where that set comes in, the clasp set. Okay. That you're going, that you're going to need. Okay. So get that anvil. Okay, and then what you're going to do, you're going to look for the part of your kit that creates the hole, and it looks like this. Okay, it looks like that. It has a little hole on the top and then a little opening there. Okay, we want to grab the cap. Well, first thing we want to do is actually put the fabric on the top. So I left a little dot right there so that I knew that's where I'm making my hole. I'm going to put it on top of the anvil right there. Okay, and so I'm going to find it. I'm going to push down really hard. Okay, and then I'm rounding the corners. I just rounded it on the edges, around the edges, just to make sure that I got that the fabric out. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead at this point and do it for the bottom one as well, just because I already have it in my hand. So I'm gonna stick this inside. Okay, and that pointed part is sticking up. Okay, so I'm looking for that dot that I made, and it's right there. Okay, so I'm lining up the anvil with it. Okay, where is it? Let me feel it. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. I got it. Okay, so I'm going to make this hole at the same time. Okay, going around. All right, excellent. So now what we want to do, let's focus on this part here. Okay, so we want to grab the cap. Okay, so we want to grab the cap for this part, and we want to grab the socket. Okay, and what we're going to do is put the flat part of the cap right underneath. All right, so this is going to be that outer part of the wallet. And this socket here is going to be this part, okay, the closure. All right, so flip the anvil over, okay, and then we're going to put it on top there, the flat part, okay, because that part is flat there. All right, we're sitting on top. I'm putting the socket down, okay, and now there's another tool in the kit. These make it so much easier. Oh my God, I've had snaps that was so hard before. I love this kit. Okay, so we're using this portion of the tool. Okay, and what we're going to do is stick it into the circle. Stick it in there. Oh, this is the part you actually need a hammer. I forgot to mention that. Haha. Yeah, grab a hammer. Okay, I have mine right here. But all right, hammer, and then we're going to bang down just a little bit because we want to put pressure on the bottom. For it. All right, so I'm just going to give it a few taps. All right, that's all. All right, so that's secured on there. Beautiful. It's good. Looks good. Now we want to do this part. We want to actually get the post clip. So we need, this is the stud, and we need the post. Okay, so we're going to put the post, we're going to put the post with the flat side there, the flat side on the anvil. Okay, I'm going to put this inside. We want the post to actually stick through the circle, to stick through the fabric there. Okay, all right, the stud. This is the part that, oh boy, yeah, grab it. All right, I'm getting it, guys. Long nail struggles. All right, so grab it, and we're gonna put it right on top there. Okay, so the fabric is obviously in between. And now we want to use this part here that has the concave. So it's basically like, it's a little, the concave part there. So the post is gonna go inside of here. Okay, we're gonna put this right on there, and this has a flat top. All right, and we're gonna bang. You don't need to bang that much, probably. I'm not super strong, so I just put extra. Okay, and then that comes out, and then look, haha, That's pretty simple and easy. So look, then snap it on, snap it off. Well, not snap it, but pull it off. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So I just noticed that I actually have a little bit of the faux, you know, it obviously slid during the sewing time. So what I'm just going to do right here, I'm just going to, this is the beauty also of faux. It's so forgiving. So I just cut off that tiny portion of the end, and I still have a beautiful seam line right there. Okay, and so that's pretty much it. So now you can actually create a card holder to go inside, you know, and there's all different types of textures and thickness for faux leather. Okay, so you can create some of these just out of, like, you know, little scraps. So yeah, there's some pretty cool textures and different thicknesses to these fabrics. I mean, this one is pretty big. All right, guys, so that's all for this video. If you have questions, go ahead, put them down below. You can join my Facebook group if you want to be able to get other quick tips or have questions and join a small community of sewing enthusiasts. You can join my Patreon page. There's some other links below that you can check out. All right, and I will see you back for the next video. Okay, so thanks for watching and subscribe to see more real-time tutorials. All right, that's all for now. Bye, guys.